That's starting pay for an aerial lineman?
Aerial lineman in the 75th.
We're back, by the way.
Is $92,282.
Damn.
The hourly is $44 an hour.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we're back in the holler where we even don't know what we're talking about. A lot of changes in the wind. I know we had an episode named that.
Yeah.
A lot of busy work going on. Career changes. Lots to discuss.
Yes, a lot of career changes.
Thanksgiving, birthdays, just after work.
It has been freaking ridiculous.
The Federal Express has just obliterated me.
Your birthday's coming up, ain't it?
Yeah, my birthday's coming up.
You're going to be 26.
26.
Dad's is coming up too, ain't it?
I told the lady at Chat State the other day when I was over there working. I was signing the paper out because I got to sign a maintenance key out to get into the rooms that I needed to. And I read the date on the paper and I went, woohoo, it's almost birthday time. And she went, oh, how old are you going to be? And I said, 27. I got out the van and was like halfway back around the building. I was like, did I skip a year? My memory is just, I was like, golly, bum, yeah.
We ain't 30 yet.
Yeah, but we're closer to 30 than we are 20.
About 4 years from now. We were just talking about that, dude. It's impossible to know.
Yeah.
Even 365 days from now, impossible to know. I never expected what happened to you to happen.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's been what? Last time I was over here, it was, working at Key, great stuff. Here we are.
Here we are. Now, without giving any intrusive details to the company, what happened?
Make it short and sweet, and a bunch of snowflakes.
That is a cult over there.
It is. It is. They wanted me to drink the Kool-Aid.
Told you he was going to say it.
They wanted me to drink the Kool-Aid so bad.
I still don't think there's any Kool-Aid to drink.
Oh, no, there is a bunch of Kool-Aid to drink.
I deliver over there, dude. They are a cult.
There is a whole bunch of Kool-Aid to be drunk over there.
It just blows me away because it's like I've seen the production workers and the line workers and stuff come out of that place, and it's like, how do y'all even work here?
Yeah, it's like real, like tight-knit, like do it this, like almost like a dictatorship, I think.
Yes, it is.
Yes, I see that there. And then I hit a vape over there. I think I've just looked like the scumbag outsider FedEx man that delivers over there to the McKee and the college. They just have to accept me.
Me and get their stuff.
Me and the UPS man are just over there. Me and that dude Eddie are just over there, just like, I guess we're just the two people that do all their stuff for them and have to blend in with because they've called in before on other drivers, because that's why I wear headphones over there. They'll like be blasting music. They'll call in on us on FedEx, like these other drivers, and be like, he's blasting music over here, delivering boxes and stuff. Yeah, like other drivers, which is why you got to wear headphones. Like, you got to keep it cool.
They'll report you for playing music.
They'll call FedEx and try to call in and complain on your ass if you're like playing your music too loud or anything like that.
Wow.
They would really hate me.
They told, like how you're not supposed to work on Sundays and shit. They came up to somebody's house that I delivered to, and this dude was telling me about it because he had just moved here from like fucking, I think Athens, Tennessee or something. And he was like, I was out mowing my yard on a Saturday, and damn cop pulled up and was like, you can't be working today. And he was like, what? And he's like, just wait till tomorrow to like mow your yard and stuff.
And this is just living in the area.
Collegedale. Over there by the McKee and the college. Yeah. But I can roll through there hitting a vape and everything because they're not supposed to do drugs, and they don't eat meat, don't do drugs.
They're not even allowed to have caffeine. Well, they can't have caffeine on the premises. You can bring coffee.
I always love just blasting the vape, dude.
But
just
they don't sell
right
caffeine in any of their little shops, I guess.
Well,
and no meat either.
Here's the thing.
You know that Village Market that's right over there?
Yeah.
No meat. Because of, I don't know, the dude that like done this whole 7-day Adventist stuff was the Kellogg guy. And he was like, eating meat causes you to want to be like more hypersexual, all that stuff. And I think he was just really just wanting everybody to just eat cereal and soy from Kellogg and I guess Little Debbie's.
Wow.
Yeah. I've done deep research on this area I deliver to.
What is it?
One of the odd things is in the break room, at McKee, you just can't walk up there and get a thing of coffee. You got to pay for it. They don't know nothing.
Well, I'm sure that's pretty normal most places. I mean,
No, it's like expensive coffee. Like Folgers, how we can get a big can of Folgers. You got little travel packs that are like that big, and it's like $6 a pack.
instant coffee.
Yeah, it's like $6 a pack.
Oh, and if like whenever I was working over Nabco, if like the people that like smoked or whatever, they would have to like walk off the property to go like smoke a cigarette.
Now, I've seen that at other places.
Yeah.
I've worked at a couple of like distribution facilities that would have like pharmaceuticals or something in them. And if you wanted to smoke, you had to be off the premises. And there was
Yeah.
like a big map by the door that said, if you're going to smoke, you could go way out here off the premises. You're not allowed to smoke on premises.
It's the exact same with up there.
Well, I mean, if you're handling food, I could see how that's probably a good rule to have.
Yeah.
But
I remember whenever I was a contractor there too, like all of them have the white hairnets and all that shit. But if you're a different person, they make you wear all the orange, like the orange hairnet.
Contractors.
Yeah, they're like these are the
literally-
different people.
With contractors, you have to wear orange hairnet. If you've got a beard, you got to wear an orange beard net. If you're also another contractor, you got to have hairnet, beard net, safety vest, neon orange safety vest. You got to have a badge just to get in on the premises.
Oh, and they whenever you're a contractor there, they have a dude from McKee that's like
Literally stands there 24/7
watching like everything
watching
that
what you're doing.
Yeah, because you're outside.
that sounds like TVA level, like government organization level.
That's
Cool,
the
dude, and all they do is make cake.
all they literally make up there is just cakes.
I told
All
you,
they
dude,
make.
It's a cult.
It is a full the reason why everything is so accessible with the McKee Clinic, the bank,
Yeah, they got the pharmacy,
The pharmacy,
Unifies
everything.
the bank, and then they got their own pharmacy over there. They got their own schools. Yeah, it's like a whole system over there.
all small little system, little ecosystem over there, and
And my paranoid
you get
ass
one,
is the FedEx man that has just done research into all these people over here.
and you get one person giving me bull in a china shop. I come in there
Like a normal person.
like a normal person, and they can't stand it. Cannot stand it.
Yeah.
Well, that just strengthens the reason I didn't want to work there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's very odd. They're very odd. It reminds me of like the people that are like turn their nose up to you, and they're like, "We're better than you."
That is something else. How can you base an entire, well, not even just a company, an entire region of a state?
An entire town over there. That I'm pretty sure they own the police station over there.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
There's plenty of evidence. Now, I'm not going to say I concretely know. But there's enough evidence there to, you can watch them a key truck. Have a good day. Mm-hmm. They'll just watch you.
They don't ever say shit to me.
Well, I think when you're driving around a big FedEx truck,
They're like,
in
"Oh, that's
Collegedale,
that's
they
a guy."
know who's ordering stuff.
Yeah. And they've seen me for 4 years now, so they're probably like, "That's just our dude.
Yeah.
He's an outsider, but
Yeah, we just let him run.
damn, he can deliver some damn boxes."
Yeah. It's
Do you ever deliver? Well, no, I guess you can deliver over there on Saturdays, can you?
No, everything's closed.
Nothing's open. on
Everything's
Saturdays.
closed.
you can a little bit of insider stuff about that. So they say from Friday at 4:30, everybody has to be off the premises. Security, everybody.
Damn, they don't even let their security guards work.
No, from Friday at 4:30 until Saturday till sundown. Nobody's allowed on the premises. Nobody.
How do you protect your buildings for 24 hours, 26 hours?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a 26-hour gap. that nobody is there.
There's probably somebody there. Yeah, Collegeville Police. They work on Saturday.
Yeah, I guess they would probably be watching that pretty hard. They've probably got a contract to be there in between these hours. Always have an officer on standby.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
then just a gigantic FedEx truck just shoots right on down University Drive, just through there. And it's a ghost town over there, dude.
Yeah.
It's so
I've never
weird.
been up that way on a Saturday.
I'm talking about during the week, Monday through Friday, it's hustle bustle. Oh, everybody's walking through there through that whole town. It's
Sunday
hustle bustle. Saturday, you take the FedEx truck through there. It's like the whole. It's a ghost
dead.
town, dude. It's weird.
Dead.
There's
I'll
nobody
drive up through there
on Saturday.
on Saturday.
Yeah,
It's dead.
go down University Drive from one side to the other, and you're gonna go, what the fuck?
So if you go up to not Four Corners, but if you go right there at the roundabout, take a right at the roundabout, you shoot up that road right there, and then as soon as you get up to University Drive, take a right. That'll take you down beside the schools, the one that you were working at. They'll take you down that way, and you'll come up on Plant 2, right there on your left.
Yeah, that's right. I did. I worked on a school over there,
And I drove.
Collegedale Academy.
And I drove down through there.
4856.
That was funded by McKee. Their new addition was funded by McKee.
You see that huge building they're building right there? The Betty McKee School of Business. That gigantic construction site they got right
I
there.
hadn't seen it. I hadn't been back up that way since I worked over there.
So, yeah.
Wow.
You go up through there on. So, when I was working Saturday nights up there, nobody was in the parking lot. Hardly anybody was in the parking lot. There was only certain lines running on Saturdays that needed to start up. But there's also nights where full plant start up, where all lines were running all at once on a Saturday night.
Yeah, plant life not for me, especially not that one, I guess.
No.
Well, they pay good.
Yeah, they pay good. I was getting paid $28 an hour.
With insurance probably too and everything, benefits.
Yeah.
But you probably get like you said, you got to go by their strict rules and regulations.
It's a bunch of just cult. It's a massive fucking cult and Kool-Aid drinkers, and
It's very interesting.
they even said in orientation, don't use no cuss words. But everybody down there on that floor, everybody, supervisors, production workers.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the plebeians that are down in the actual work,
The grunts.
you know, they can do and say whatever they want. Just don't say it around us, the people that are sitting behind the desk running the show. That's, you know, that's pretty universal, I would say. It's always the people behind the desk that you gotta watch your mouth when they're around.
Yeah. I think you could ever work in an office.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I couldn't either.
I am not cut. And it's with any type of work. Why do I hear a siren?
There's a siren coming.
Okay, I was wondering. Any line of work that just comes with a different culture. Like there's a different type of person that works in this culture. You got trades, you got office, you got business, you got banking. You know, it all comes with a different culture. I'm not cut out for any of them. Office? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You kidding?
My buddy Aaron works in an office, and I'm like, well, he seems like that type of dude. But I think me and you would just get in trouble instantly. Plus, we're not moving around and doing nothing. You're just sitting at a computer all day.
I'd stagnate.
You almost go insane.
Yeah, I know I would, because I can't take a vacation without like day 2, maybe day 3. I'm like, God, I need to do something.
Yeah.
I need to do something. I'm just going crazy just sitting here. So yeah, I couldn't do that for a job.
I was telling my girl too. I was like, you're about to get this. Because like she ain't been working like through like a peak or nothing like that. And I'm like, so you work 6 days like you just did. And it happened to me this morning. No alarm clock, no nothing. Your body, I don't know what it does. It gives you just like a shock of anxiety because you're like, oh God, I'm going to be late for work. And you're like, I'm off.
You're conditioned.
Yeah, my body will just wake up in like a cold sweat, and you're like, "Oh my God, it's 8 o'clock. I gotta go. Oh, I'm off."
Yep. You're conditioned. Your body is on a clock.
Circadian rhythm.
You're on a clock, and your internal timer goes off. And it's time to go to work. Oh, God.
And that's if you could even stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and your body will still go. Fire it up.
Yep.
Here we
Time
go.
to get moving.
Ain't that crazy how the bodies do that shit?
Oh yeah, especially when you're in a routine, and it's when you break that routine when you really screw yourself up. Man, when was the last time I stayed up till 3 in the morning? That would throw off my routine for a week. Yes. Staying up till 1 in the morning the next day, I'm like, bleh. 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm ready to go to bed. Yeah.
That's why I hated working third shift.
I'm sure that's a tremendous adjustment. I have no
I
interest.
could not get adjusted to it.
I wouldn't want to work third shift constantly. I would, like, if it was just like a job for like a month,
Yeah.
you know, like kind of like a construction job that was like third shift. Like whenever I worked at NABCO, we done all the lights at the airport, and that was
Yeah.
like a 1 month third shift. And then after, I couldn't get adjusted to it, but it was like, okay, that's what third shift is. That's pretty interesting, and I don't want no parts of that.
I've done it a handful of times, not many, but
It's always interesting doing it though.
a handful of times. Go in like 5 in the, well, it's not really third shift, but you go in like 5 in the afternoon, and then you're getting off at
It is like
midnight, 1 o'clock.
It's like a nice little change.
It can be,
Yeah.
kind of like a nice change of pace, especially if it doesn't interrupt anything. Mm-hmm. I got lucky that we were just working in like Whitfield County or something. Like it was close to the house, didn't have to drive far, and it was a nice little change of pace for a little bit. But I couldn't do that as a career.
No, not
Could not
constantly.
do that as a career.
It took me 3.5 months. I couldn't get you adjusted to it.
Yeah, well, when you spend 22 years of your life being awake during the day, sleep at night, and then you're just gonna on a coin start staying up all night, sleeping during the day.
Yeah.
Lord, how many times did you go 48 hours without sleeping?
7 times.
Well, there was several times it's like, yeah, I ain't slept. It's just not possible. Can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense because it's like during the day and you're like, I can't even go back to sleep.
Yeah, all your body's natural functions are used to being up during the day, and natural light, will make you awake. So it's like, you gotta make sure you make a cave out of wherever you're trying to sleep in.
That's
Yeah.
why I ended up putting the cardboard over top of my windows.
Yeah,
That still didn't help.
I'm sure it didn't.
But you can exhaust yourself to where you could just go.
I have done that before. I have done that before.
He did. We went over to a bonfire over at Grayson's.
Did he pull
And
the
he
old
had-
man move where he
hadn't
just
slept? He was up on the back of the doggone flatbed truck,
I was.
half asleep. I was like, bro, go home. go to bed. Yeah.
I was up for more than 48 hours. I was up for more than 48 fucking hours.
All right. It's just a tremendous shock to your system that I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got home that evening from that, I sacked out.
I mean, hell, I've got an adjustment coming. I'm going to have to start getting out of the house.
You're never going to want to go back once
No.
you start this new job. Because this happened to me. Because I think about getting different jobs and I'm like, I don't have coworkers.
Yeah.
And like once you get out there on your own by yourself, you're going to go, no wonder people do this. Because as long as you go do your job and go home, they treat you like gold.
All that I look forward to. Just
Yeah.
being recognized that, hey, he did his job and he's going home, and not be questioned.
Don't even have to like talk to anybody.
Why are you going home?
Yeah.
I won't have to worry about that.
That's the exact same way that it was up there.
But I'm going to have to start getting out of the house around like 4:50 in the morning.
Hell yeah. Trucker
that's-
blood, dude.
Yeah, that's going to be an adjustment because it's a 40-minute drive up there. Well, I could
No,
probably,
it ain't.
I could probably turn it into about a 20-minute drive at that time in the morning.
Not if you leave at 4:50. There's going to be nobody on the road.
Well, that's why if I take the interstate all the way up there,
It takes me 15 minutes.
I can get there quick.
Yeah.
But I'm
get to the
saying-
interstate fast as possible and you're right
But
on
it takes me 13 minutes to get to the interstate from here. And then I can be at
30 minutes.
I can be at 153 in 7 minutes if the interstate's open.
You'll get it to where you'll be at work in like 27 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's if I take the interstate. But when I mapped it out originally, it was taking it to Wall Ringold Road out through there. That's the way I'm going to take home.
That's
for
just-
certain.
This shit's right off the interstate. Just
Yeah. It's right there. See, I take an interstate, I probably get there a lot quicker, but I'm gonna have to get up earlier to get out there on time. Because they want you to, I would assume, start running your route somewhere around 6 in the morning, maybe a little later, because they don't want to be waking people up.
Yeah.
They don't want to be banging trash cans around at 5:30 in the morning. They're kind of like you can start if you want to, but they're like, if you're working in a neighborhood, you don't want to start that early.
Yeah.
You'll start getting complaints.
You can do
around.
dumpsters that early.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do like the rural routes, like stuff out this way, because we've got cans all the way down here in Ringgold. Wow, look at me, like I'm already working there.
Yeah.
They've got cans all the way down here in Ringgold, like in the neighborhoods and stuff. And I'm like, damn, like they're always moved wall, and they've got run routes down here.
I see y'all's dumpsters everywhere, like all these new construction sites.
Yeah. Well, they've got several roll-offs over there.
Where's the transfer station?
Up 58.
That's a long place.
There could be multiple times where you could be running down here to the transfer station right here in Catoosa.
So far, they haven't said that they've ever dumped there, but there's a transfer station up there off 58 somewhere. I haven't asked where. That's kind of like a locally owned. It's not a commercial transfer station, and AWM is like their biggest contracted company to come in there and dump.
Have you seen those ones in like New York and like New Jersey, where it's like, dude,
you can build a city in there. Yeah, massive, and they're just out there burying that stuff.
There's just a huge crane just going.
The claw.
Nah, I don't think we've got anything that big around here, do we?
No.
Oh, theirs is just
I don't even think we need that much trash.
just a dozer in a metal building. It's all that's out there.
By the way, there's some kind of sewage problem where you're about to work down through there on Ole Highway. Every time I come down through there, every day, down there, especially by that like little trailer park, dude, you just get blasted with the smell of just shit.
It's probably just the trailer park.
They need to fix their damn either sewer system or something.
Well, they've been paving the road and stuff right there.
They dug up something out of the road and paved the whole thing, and it still smells like shit.
I wonder if they had like a main bust or something that just coated the ground somewhere.
Or some abandoned trailer septic tank exploded and nobody's fixed it.
That close to the road, though, surely to goodness they wouldn't put them things on.
Oh, they do.
I guess, yeah, I guess you would.
You might.
Put it on septic rather than put them on city sewer.
Oh my God, dude. And that trailer park down there, I hate to say it, man. I hate judging people. It is just a absolute shithole.
Yeah, first time I went over
They
there,
order shit though.
that was a marker on how to find the place. Just look to your right. And I went, God!
And then right down the road from y'all is those two gigantic apartment complexes. Yeah, and then I've heard about those. $2,000 a month, and they don't even pay water and electric and internet. Nothing. You got to pay. It's $2,000 a month, and you got to pay for your own water and electric to live in those apartments.
Good Lord.
Yeah, and they're packed out. All kinds of people live there.
Good Lord.
Yes.
They just better be like 3-bedroom, 2-story apartments.
I think they're just 1 story, but I think they're probably like 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
Golly,
Like probably 17 to 2,000.
that's
I don't know why.
ridiculous. I mean, that's triple my doggone mortgage.
When you just go buy a house?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy.
Hey, just go pick up that 50-year mortgage.
Dude, that's ridiculous. I always love those memes from what is that movie called? Whenever the crisis happened in 2008, and that dude's like always looking at the screen, going like that, and it's like, can't you finance like your burrito from Taco Bell now through DoorDash?
Yeah. What was that for the 2008 housing crash or
And
whatever?
they have all the memes like,
Yeah.
every time they post something like that about like, 50-year mortgage, you can finance your burrito from Taco Bell now. And
Well, you know those companies that do all that freaking like financing, like you can finance your groceries, you can like finance your food, like your Grubhub. You know, you can finance it, pay with like a firm or something.
it seems like there needs to be a change.
Those companies are so far underwater because nobody's paying it back.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying it back. You're paying $40 to have Taco Bell delivered to your house, and you just don't pay it back.
Hilarious.
And they can't do anything about it.
This is alleged. Whenever I moved out of Post Oak over there and moved back, I never gave the router back to Spectrum, and they just charged me for like months.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the router is. It's probably gone by now, in like the dump somewhere. I remember they sent me a thing that was like, "Oh, you owe us like $500 fucking dollars," and I was like, "I'm just not gonna pay that." And they kept trying to send me letters about paying it, and then they sold that debt to like some debt collection. What is that getting called? Yep, but I guess I got put into collections.
Yeah.
They tried to call me like 4 times, and I was like, "No, I'm not doing it." And the one dude on the phone I was with, I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You really need to pay this. It's going to like ruin your credit and stuff." And I was like, "Dude, I'm like 21. My mom said it goes away in 7 years anyway, so I'm just not going to pay it." And he was like, "You're not supposed to do that. Like, you're actually supposed to." And I was like, "Nah, it'll be all right. I don't really care."
It's a router.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why they would do. These debt collection companies are retarded for buying this debt off of companies.
Yeah, I mean, it's still. I think it's retarded that Spectrum ever even tried to charge you for the it's a router.
After all that, they sent a letter to me from Spectrum saying, "Hey, how about you come back to us and start like a new account with us and all that stuff." And I'm like,
now, did you start that account yourself?
"Yeah."
Did you have to sign a contract?
No.
So they never emailed you and like, "Can you sign this?" Huh. That's
Even if I
weird.
did, I wouldn't just go. I would just go now.
Yeah, that's just weird.
It turns out you could just. I swear. If you just run up credit cards, is there anything they can do to you if you just pay the minimum amount?
Just pay the minimum. Yeah, no, you just pay the minimum.
So you could just run up tons of credit cards and just pay the minimum amount, and there's literally just nothing, like $10 a month or some shit.
As long as you're sending money, they don't care.
And so you could just die with just hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, and it just all goes away.
I think with that you run into the potential of them taking it to the rest of your family.
Yeah, but couldn't the rest of your family just go, "I'll just pay the minimum," and run up their own and just absolutely destroy the banking system that way?
Yeah, probably could.
Yeah. Ain't that what Donald did? He like filed for bankruptcy. That was a beast of a business move, because he was the one that was like, "Y'all created the system. I just used it to my advantage."
Yeah, just manipulated it. Anybody that's got a lot of money like that is in a lot of debt. They use debt to make money.
Yeah. And I always hate being in debt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
Feel
It's terrible. I hate that the entire system is based on, the only way you can actually get somewhere if you don't already have
It's
just
like those-
capital.
It's like those memes where it's like, the earth has this and it's like a beautiful fucking scenery, but I have to get a fucking credit score. What?
It's a man-made system.
And it's like, isn't the world in like trillions of dollars?
$349 trillion in debt. Who?
Who do we owe it to? It's like, hey, too bad we could just print more dollars for that. Inflation, dude, that's awesome. My dad ain't went to Arby's in forever, and we went through the drive-thru and just ordered like 2 double beef and cheddars, right? Just 1 meal for him, 1 meal for me, and it was like $29, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "That's inflation, dude. That's what it is."
I read the other day that if you make $100,000 a year now, that is the same monetary equivalent as making like $52,000 in 2000. It's like the salary that I've got right now would be like making $100K in the early 2000s.
It's only just gonna keep getting worse too.
Yeah, it's not going to get any better.
Maybe I just
we
need to
could.
go start my own company.
You should.
What would you do if you used to start your own company? What would you do?
Rentals,
Rentals of what?
equipment.
Okay.
Name it Trigger Rentals.
You'd have to buy that equipment.
And hope people don't fuck it up whenever they rent it.
They will.
Yeah.
I've never met a single person that doesn't screw something up when they rent it.
And you're gonna have to hire a driver that has like all his qualifications to move all that big ass shit around.
I started out on my own.
Aren't
I
you
get
gonna
all
have
the
to have like
qualifications and everything.
I'm talking about oversized loads and shit too, right?
Get I'd start all of that on my own. Get all the qualifications for it and everything like that.
All your DOT stuff.
Yeah.
You could get a loan for like $5 million. I think you could do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure those big ass Komatsus and cats are like $1 million, aren't they?
You wouldn't even need to get the big stuff at first.
You could
even if you just had
A skid steer.
Well, not even, well, yeah, I mean, obviously a skid steer, but if you could get on and go buy 3 or 4 or 5 of those little like $3,000 mini excavators
Yeah.
and rent those out to, like, you know, people in subdivisions and stuff that want to build something or clear a spot of
Or
land.
companies too that need
Or
them.
that just need a mini X, you know, because you can pick up a mini X, decent quality, for like $3,000. You can buy them offline from China for $1,000 and get you a little Chinese mini X. You know, spend $3,000 on 4 or 5 of them, and then you got some mini X's, skid steer, and then they just have like regular lawn care equipment. You could essentially start a little, just, you know, well, I guess landscaping. Just a little landscaping company and run it residential out through this area, especially. Make a killing.
Landscaping company would be a beast of a move. You could hire Mexicans and pay them cash, and you would get them to walk around with the things, and all you would have to do is run around on your fucking thing.
Yeah, around here, man, a landscaping company will do well, and that's why you see so many of them.
Yeah.
There's so many, like, you know, owner operator. It's one guy, maybe hires 2 of his buddies.
The robots are taking the jobs though.
Yeah.
Because those little things that people. I remember I sent you the video of the transformer thing going there through that guy's yard, like.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna stop building stuff.
Yeah.
More, you know, the more time you get to spend at home, if you're not spending it at work, if a robot takes your job, but you're still getting the government standard income. You know, you're not gonna stop building stuff. Everybody wants to
Are they
build
gonna
a
do
pool
that?
or
Digital ID, try to give that's.
they say we're projected to have close to 600,000 jobs replaced by AI-powered machinery come 2035. That's another 600,000 of just like
Allegedly.
And watch all of this shit just go.
well, it's
It always
niche.
is
It's
gonna do that.
niche stuff though, because I mean, like they're writing AI
Oh.
softwares now that can run an entire business.
If you're a computer programmer, you're cooked.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure now you're cooked if you're a computer programmer. Because can't you just put in like a prompt to AI, like code this, and it just does it?
ChatGPT can make, you know, that Candy Crush game that comes on like Samsungs and stuff. Mm-hmm. You can just give it a picture of that game and say, code this game for me with these mechanics, and it'll make the game. And it's like people just spit these mobile games out like that. It's crazy. So I mean, like if you're behind a desk and you're just punching numbers, really the only job that's going to come from this is proofreaders.
Data entry, you're cooked on
Data
that.
entry, programming, anything like that. The only thing you're going to have to look at as a possibility in that field is being a proofreader.
Ooh, that's a big industry that's about to get cooked. I bet you somebody's gonna. We're gonna get this idea stolen. They're gonna have a website where you don't even have to do your taxes. You just you just give the AI, you take a picture of your W-2 and you just give it to the AI, and it's just gonna do your taxes like that and do everything for you for probably like $15.
I would be willing to bet somebody's going to base an entire company off of that. But before there's a company that does that or a website that does that, it's going to come out as a feature for the companies that are already out there, like H&R Block,
Like TurboTax
and all that stuff. It's going to come out as a feature on their app that if you just snap a picture of your W-2, we'll have AI review everything. And it's done.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, now you as a person have to sit down and double check, proofread it, make sure it's correct, click submit. That's going to be the job once AI takes over. Just double check it, because you know it's going to make mistakes just like a human can. I don't trust the computer
But
to
I'm
be 100%.
talking about all those people's jobs that
yeah.
work for like H&R Block and all these accounting
Well, that's
firms.
why so many of these companies are downsizing the way they are.
Oh, dude, they're
Look,
getting
Amazon's cooking. They're cooking people, just spitting them out the door because AI's taking over their little finer detail. You don't have to have a person standing there with a keypad. You just run it through the system, scan it when it comes through the door, and then it.
If you think about it, those grunts are going to be the last ones to go.
The physically demanding jobs and intricate trades are going to be the last ones to go.
Because they don't have enough batteries.
I would love to see a freaking Tesla robot try to wire up one of these panels I wired up. That'd be hilarious.
If it just fall over.
Yeah,
Because the batteries ain't good enough now.
No, there's too much going on. There's too much computing. There's too much, you can't run a robot like that for very long
Yeah.
without they'd have to be nuclear powered.
They might be,
You should
dude.
put little mini reactors in all of them just to keep them going.
That's dangerous, though.
Iron Man.
Because somebody could just...
Yeah, just have to make little arc reactors like that.
something could go wrong terribly with that shit, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's like... I remember the idea about, like, nuclear-powered cars.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if you got in a wreck, though, there's just a full-on meltdown in the middle of a city.
in the middle of the street. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah, intricate trades, physically demanding driving jobs.
Yeah.
I don't think the AI driving software is ever going to get good enough to replace, because it's just not, because you're relying on Google Maps or say Apple Maps, whatever you're using.
Yeah.
That shit makes mistakes all the time.
Oh yeah.
And because I can type in an address and it say, oh yeah, it's 4.5 hours from you,
And that thing will just be going like randomly.
I'll just start driving and it'll just like halfway back across the United States and I'm right there. It's like, I was not over there. What are you talking about?
No.
And AI is not going to be able to account for just regular drivers on the road that are just driving erratic as hell.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I've noticed here lately is anytime that I try to use Google Maps on mine, on my phone, it says that I'm either down in Macon, Georgia, or I'm down in Duluth, Savannah.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently I was on vacation in Denver, Colorado the other day.
Yeah.
It's like, your phone is just all over the place. And if you're going to try and run a business model, such as self-driving cars or trucks, off of that, it's relying on that. And it thinks, oh, hey, there's 2 addresses that are identical, but the zip code's 1 number off for them. Motherfucker could just start driving you to California.
Yeah.
You just go take me home. And 6 hours later, the doors are still locked. It's not going to let you out. And you're headed towards California because the address looked the same.
Yeah.
It made an error. And there was nobody there to proofread it.
Oh, my God.
There's going to be problems that come with this stuff.
Yeah. What do you think about y'all's Israeli spyware in y'all's phones?
It's an unfortunate reality, is what it is.
Shambles for the Androids.
There's no phone company in existence or that ever will exist that won't have some kind of spyware in it.
I don't understand why they want our data.
Our entire system, everything, advertising. We live in a consumer market. They want to know what type of person you are. They want to know what you like, what you don't like, things you're more willing to buy. Have you heard about dynamic pricing?
Oh, where you're in the store and it changes as
It'll
you're in
change.
there?
And then now that's coming to food ordering apps, where like if you order Taco Bell and you're a person that orders Taco Bell frequently, and say it's a little bit busier than normal, are you willing to pay a dynamic price for your food? Meaning you're going to pay more for the order you get all the time just because it's a little busier now. But since you're a person that's more willing to just go ahead and buy it regardless of the cost, they're going to start charging you more because you're more willing to buy it regardless of how much it is.
We're going into the most dystopian
So it's
shit.
like you could be at the same address and 2 people go to order the same thing, same menu items, everything, and one of them buys it more frequently. They're going to get charged more because they're more willing to buy it, to consume more. So they'll charge them a little more and they'll make a little bit more money on that person because they're doing it so often. Whereas like if you don't order Taco Bell that much, hey, it might actually be true cost just to get it out to you. And that's just kind of like the little hook to get you in. It's like, hey man, that was actually kind of cheap the last time I did that. Let me do it again. Oh, hey, your charge is up by $2 because now you're a more frequent buyer. We're gonna make some more money off of you. So all of that's happening. Like, man, and they're gonna start basing that shit off your credit. All that stuff. Like if your credit's bad and you have issues, and it's like, oh, you're trying to finance your Taco Bell order? No.
The weird part to me is, have you ever been thinking about something and it pops up as an ad?
Yes.
And you didn't even say it out
Never
loud.
discussed it. Never.
It's happened like 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Yep.
I'm going to chalk mine up more to at some point.
Some kind of algorithm miraculously figured that out.
Yeah. Well, YouTube watches you. as you're scrolling YouTube. Instagram does the same thing. When you're watching the shorts, they're using your front camera to scan your face as you're going through, and they will base things in your algorithm based on your facial expression. Like if you and like cringe at it, they won't show you anything else like that. But if you smile and laugh at it and your eyes are engaged on the screen a lot longer, they'll keep sending you more stuff like that.
That's why boobs just keep popping up.
That's why half of my Instagram feed is just
well,
titties.
that's because they're watching your eyes and they're watching what you do and how long you stay over
The
the
eyes
image.
just immediately dart down.
How long you watch an image or anything like that. They're watching that.
Mother. I'm sorry.
They're watching that. And that's not something that everybody just knows. They don't tell you that. That's hidden down in that, I acknowledge.
I thought that was well known.
And maybe in
Now.
our circles.
Everybody I talk to kind of knows.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's well known.
That's in our circles, yes. But, you go out to like New York or Los Angeles, any big city,
Or just people
just
that are
normal suburban people, just normal people that, live in their bubble. They don't know that. They don't know that. They're just sitting there scrolling reels. And they're like, and get sucked into the system. Bro.
The thing that kills me is, what do they say? It's like 1 out of every 4 people don't have the thing that the voice in your head.
Your conscience.
Yeah.
1 in 4 people don't have a conscience.
Yeah. Like they don't have that voice that talks to them in their head.
I have that problem every day.
I'm dead serious. You can look it up.
Well, I don't doubt it, but that's an astounding thing that how can a human who I can only assume operate on the same level that I do
But that means
not have that little reasoning voice in there?
that means they don't have it, and they're just operating.
How do you think I lost my fingers?
That's an animal.
I think I wonder if I've ever met anybody that
Like
doesn't
that.
have
That's an animal. Like that's how an animal operates. Purely instinctual. Purely just what's in front of them, reacting to the stimuli in their environment. No forethought applied.
I wonder if those are like NPC.
No reasoning implied.
It's an NPC with a
And
chip
like not being
embedded.
able to like think about something later and reflect.
Yeah, like introspection is very important to being a human. You need to do introspection. Even if it's just sitting there in the mornings looking at yourself in the mirror going, okay, I got to do this today, I got to do this today, I got to do this right today, okay, and plan everything out. Something as small as that as, basic function. Or like if you did, wouldn't that make you no, I don't guess that would
No.
make you a psychopath. A psychopath is the lack of empathy, sympathy, and all that stuff in it.
I can't even spell conscious. I'm gonna go with that. Grok will figure it out.
You using the deep research one? Expert. Ain't listening.
It ain't gonna. It's not like a conscience. What's that thing? The voice in your head.
That's your conscious.
Yeah, but some people don't have that.
Conscience.
But some people don't have that. I seen that shit somewhere. Weird.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not? It's like if you do something that hurts somebody else's feelings or something, and you don't think about it later. Like, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Like maybe I need to apologize to the person. I shouldn't have done that. Like you're just sitting there in your head thinking about it. It's like,
But they
And
don't
then-
have that though.
And then you have the type of people that just go,
yeah.
Fuck you!
Or like you're driving down the road.
Oh, they
and
just
you
move on to the next thing.
You just have the thought that, I'm just going to turn off into the ditch right now and just do that because I can. I have free will. And that voice is like, let's not do that. you
I
freaking
cross
idiot."
8 lanes now. I turn now.
How do you function without that?
There's people out there that do all the time.
When you
every
think
day.
to yourself, is it in your own voice?
I don't know what that voice is.
Yeah. There it is. 1 in 4.
That voice is sitting there. Is it in my own voice? It ain't even really a
sitting there
voice. It's
humming.
like a.
Well, it's just a thought.
Yeah. It's just a thought,
shit.
dude.
It's just a thought.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
when I think to myself, I'm talking to myself up here. I can kind of hear myself. Like, this is how I would say that.
But that's like our brains, though. It's like
That's how it's processed.
you're going to like especially these people nowadays, they're going to like psychologists and therapists to like try to figure everything out. And it's like, dude, first of all, if you talk to like neuroscience people, they've like studied, they're like, we don't even know how this thing works.
No.
So how can they be so sure that it's like a chemical imbalance or something? That like that's like what, like, you know, because they put people on like antipsychotics, antidepressants, SSRIs, all that shit.
I think a large portion of it when it comes to people with mental.
And you know, most school shooters are on like those psychotic drugs from like a psychiatrist.
Well, I feel like if you have mental inhibitions where you feel like you're depressed all the time, or you feel like you're angry all the time and you're anxious all the time, you can't catch a grip, that's your brain not properly being fueled. You're not getting enough cholesterol in your diet. You're not getting enough creatine in your diet, because that is huge for getting.
Did you hear that, Rogan?
Oh yeah,
that dude. Yes. I love that one.
Dude, that has opened up so many like. Oh,
I knew
there's so many tricks, you know.
Did you see the nicotine one that I sent you?
Yes,
that dude,
the whole thing.
Brian Artis.
Yes,
yeah.
And it's like, you know, you're feeding everything crap.
Dude, I didn't know.
Why you're depressed.
This is huge information from that one. Tomatoes, potatoes,
not grapefruits,
eggplant, all have nicotine in it.
More nicotine than a full can of snuff in a tomato.
But they don't have to put the label.
I just need to start eating fucking tomatoes.
But they don't have to put the label on it.
They don't have to put the label on it
because it's a whole lobbying ordeal about cigarettes.
And that's aiding in the argument that nicotine is not the addictive property.
It's the 599 other chemicals.
It's the 599 other chemicals that they've allowed to be put into snuff and chewing tobaccos and cigarettes.
And vapes and all that stuff.
All this other stuff. It's those things.
Chunk yours out the fucking window.
No, nicotine's good.
Nicotine as a standalone product is good for you. It's a nootropic, and it's non-addictive. Have you ever ate a tomato and said, I don't want another tomato?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
nicotine in that tomato.
And that's the thing. Nicotine is a fucking vegetable. Or it comes from a vegetable, right? They get it from that tobacco. Like
nicotine isolate or something.
Ain't tobacco a part of the like potato family group?
What do you call those? Tuberous? Not tuberous.
Whatever Brian Artis called it.
It's slipping me.
It's insane.
Yeah, I think it is classified as a.
And he was sitting there going like, he was like, Harvard done a study on it. It's like, you think you're smarter than Harvard? Was like, oh, it's the 599 other chemicals that are in.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I'm not addicted to eating tomatoes. I'm not addicted to eating eggplants.
Did that blow your mind whenever you heard it? Because it blew mine.
And I was like, wow, what the fuck? Like, I'm starting to wonder now, like, because with these little mint nicotine pouches, I wonder if I'm more addicted to the sugar that makes them the mint flavor than I am the nicotine.
The sugar in these too to make them taste good.
Yeah, that's just
there ain't no telling what other chemicals are in those too.
I've tried to look up the ingredient list, and it's like, you know, fillers, like little plastic beads.
Why do they put all that other stuff in there?
Oh, hey, that's another thing. Since we've been talking about Taco Bell so much, did you see that fucking video about Taco Bell's meat?
No.
It's 33% beef and 67% fillers, including and majorly made up of sand.
Is that why it just gives you nasty diarrhea every time?
It's primarily fillers.
Because your body's just going, what the?
They use sand as a filler in their beef. Sand. Pocket sand. You know, like, ew. Dude. Guess who hasn't been back to Taco Bell?
I've never ate Taco Bell. Probably like 2 or 3 times in my life.
Well, I will say this.
What was the one right before
It is good after being on the water for a good little while.
Well, I mean, dude, Taco Bell's been my crutch for years.
Yeah.
I've loved, you know what, fuck, I'm gonna go get me a crunch wrap, a couple of beefy 5-layer burritos, and it's like, now that all this stuff's coming out and I'm learning all this, like, you can't trust anything.
I had 3 huge piles this morning, by the way, because my dumbass. No, here's what my dumbass did yesterday. I took her out. We went and got Low Country Bowl from not Pure Idiot, but Juicy Crab.
Yeah.
So that's like a ton of food, right?
Oh yeah.
I got home. I was stoned to the gills, and I was sitting there just watching college football. I go on DoorDash, order a deluxe McCrispy from McDonald's with a large fry and a Big Mac and a Sprite. After eating all that food from earlier, Woke up this morning, blasted his shit out. Took a shower, blasted his shit out. Tried to leave to come here, went to the gas station, went and got this drinking and bang. And literally while I was at the gas station, I was like, oh my God, I had to drive right back home, run inside my house, drop another huge pile again.
Did you take a sip of that bang?
No.
No?
It was still, I literally had to turn my car off and everything was just sitting in there and I ran inside.
God.
And here's what's fucked up. Your asshole knows how close you are to your bathroom.
It's like a Bluetooth fucking device.
As soon as you open up the door to your house, your butthole goes, all right, it's time. It's literally like a ticking time bomb, like 10, 9.
Starts doing a really good impersonation of a rabbit's
the interstellar countdown.
Yeah. It literally knows. And you have to like run, sit down. Okay. And as soon as you sit down, it's just exploding.
So, speaking on that, there was one morning, I was on my way home from work up at the Colt place.
We're discussing shits.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes. We were discussing shits. And I was on my way home. I got right there at the roundabout, and my insides are just hurting. I don't know from what or what I've eaten, because
Tone it down, you're breaking the mic.
because I have moments where I forget what I eat. I got in the truck, my bowel system just at me.
How do you forget what you eat?
It's autism. It's autism. I got in the truck, left the parking lot. Bowels just moving.
I wouldn't even have left the parking lot.
I got down to the roundabout, and my gut went. It growled at me. I got on the Oolong Road. It calmed down a little bit. Just a little bit. Got in the Ringgold. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. The cell tower picked up the shitter at the house. We're getting there. We got another 15 minutes to go. Let's go.
And got in Ringgold. I was inching my way through Ringgold. I just about called it Ingold for some reason. And I got right here on fucking Pineywood. And it was like my brain went.
I think you spend the entire ride home, you're sitting there just in your head. Just, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. And then you have like that one little key detail that says you're actually almost there, and your brain just goes, all right, start the process.
Have you been like on the interstate on your way home, and you're literally like in your driver's seat, like
yes. There's many days I've had to like hold myself up off the seat and just like literally just tighten it up, like. When you're waiting for that pain to go away, and it goes away, and you sit back down, and you're like, okay, oh my God.
And the sensors back there are crazy, because like whenever you fart, you know, like, dude, it'll shut back tight, dude. If you know some shit's about to come out, it goes, whoa.
Have you ever had an itch on your ass, and you just
stop yelling,
and you just rip a fucking absolute chainsaw fart? And it just itches that, and you're like,
I guess.
You know those warm ones that worry you, and you're like, was that really fart?
the ones that go, oh.
And you're like, what was that, dude?
What was that? Since we're on the freaking topic, I guess, I had the norovirus.
What the fuck?
What is that, dude?
It's some new virus that's going around right now. And
6 feet.
It's a stomach bug. Can last anywhere from 24 to 72 hours.
You sent me that on Snapchat. You were like, dude,
it was bad. I hadn't slept. Like, I was up all night. I had to sleep on the couch because I was in and out of the bed. I was like, I don't want to wake her up because I'm in and out of the bed. I can't lay there. I'm hurting. Everything tightening up, you know. And then it's just like pouring a gallon of water into the bowl every 30 minutes. Just pour another gallon of water into the bowl, you know.
That sounds like stomach acid.
It was horrendous. I showered probably half a dozen times.
Was it like a spicy shit too?
No, I hadn't eaten anything spicy.
So it was just water. It was
stomach acid.
Tighten up, you know, and everything would hurt. And then you go and you take care of your business. Your body doesn't want to go because it's so uncomfortable to go. So you got to sit there and fight with yourself for 25 minutes on the toilet trying to let go of it. Oh my God. I drove all the way to work the next morning thinking, you know, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I haven't slept tonight and I'm dehydrated, but I think I'll be okay. And the whole time to work, it was tightening it up, you know, oh my God. And I was like, all right, so in a doggone plastic box, 6:45 in the morning, ice cold. Or I am pouring water into the doggone basin.
Did you put a ton of toilet paper in there so you didn't get no splashback?
You know what, porter shooter toilet paper's like.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Rapidly dissolving, and it's moist already because it's damp outside.
Oh,
bad morning. I just left. I called my guy that I was working with, project manager. I was like, I'm going to the house. I can't do this. And then I come home and spent the whole rest of the day in and out of the bathroom, 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, getting out of the bed, cold sweats, pouring gallons of water into the bowl.
Was it just making you sound like you just drank like a gallon of baby oil.
What had got me confused the day before was I had come home and made a pound of deer burger, and I put a little too much garlic, like garlic cloves in it, cut up garlic, minced it up, put garlic in it. And if you eat too much garlic, it has the capacity to
clean you out,
flush your system.
Yeah.
And I thought that I had done that because, I just ate all that garlic. I had fasted all day and come home and ate meat and garlic. And then when I would get the cold sweats, it smelled like fucking garlic. So I thought, this is the garlic that's done this to me. And then when I got back to the job site on Wednesday, there was like 4 guys that had said, yeah, we were out yesterday because we all got the shits. And it was like, oh God. So I looked it up, and then my project manager came in and was like, hey, there's a norovirus going around. It's like a stomach bug. I was like, oh yeah, well, there was 5 of us out yesterday with it. So somebody with it went into the porta shitter and gave it to a bunch of the guys on the job site.
Beast.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you're over it now.
I'm over it now, man. I freaking 4 gallons of Pedialyte later. I was taking Pepto. I ain't bought Pepto. I've never bought a bottle of Pepto. I was buying Pepto at the MAPCO just so I could try to get something in there that would help. It was bad. I was struggling.
I've done that with pure stomach acid.
It's a bad. I hope you don't get it.
My immune
pure
system's
stomach
already
acid
down now.
Just pure stomach acid hurts.
I don't want any part of that. It's one thing I haven't had, and I couldn't tell you how long is acid reflux.
What is that? Where you burp up?
Heartburn.
Yeah.
Heartburn. I used to get that so doggone bad, and I thought, man, I'm going to have to, because him and my dad, and I thought, well, Mom probably takes antacids too. They go through bottles of antacids like crazy. And I thought, well, I guess I'm going to be part of that. I'm going to have to take antacids the rest of my life. I ain't had heartburn. I guess since I've been watching what I'm eating, and eating cleaner, sometimes I break and go get me a burger, Sonic or something, but, eating cleaner and watching what you eat, and drink plenty of water and all that. I haven't had heartburn in years. Now, if I overeat, of course, but
yeah,
it hasn't been like a constant, because it used to make my spit thick, my chest would burn. Oh God, you just feel bad.
I've had acid reflux bad one time where I burped one time. It was sitting at the bottom of my esophagus right here.
Yeah.
And it burped and it came up into my nostrils. And it burnt the shit out of my fucking nostrils.
I'll tell you the worst thing I've ever burped up. When I was younger, you remember how bad my acne used to be?
Yeah.
I started taking this doggone horse pill.
Oh,
that was supposed to dry out my skin and stop the acne from...
Big old salt pill.
It wasn't a big salt pill at all. It had something in it. But I'd take that on an empty stomach and then go to school. And I can remember sitting at my desk and I would burp, and this yellow powder would come up through my nose and out my mouth from that pill. I was burping that stuff up into my nose and up into the back of my throat because I didn't eat anything with it. And I'd just burp and then kind of blow out, and it would be yellow powder come out and lay on the desk. Oh my God. That's the worst things I've ever done.
And then you just take a paper and go,
yeah.
just scratch it off the desk real quick.
Before that nicotine one, that creatine dude, he's talking about taking a ton of creatine. He's like, dude, like 20 grams a day.
Yeah. Or 20 grams.
Yeah, he's like, that's like 5 scoops from
That's 20 milligrams.
Or, you got 4 scoops of that stuff.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm only going to take 1. I think that's more than enough.
Well, that's what the standard recommended dose is for creatine. It's just 5, which is just 1 scoop. And you're not really going to get those benefits because what he's specifically referring to is the sleep deprivation. You wake up, then you're sleep deprived, and you got like mental decline, cognitive.
You have more energy though.
Yeah. Well, what it helps, I guess, what he was talking about was it takes the energy pathway from your blood to your mitochondria. It needs creatine as that bridge, and when you're sleep deprived, your mitochondria is not getting the fuel that it needs, and creatine can be a temporary bridge, and it can fast line that stuff without having to use so much energy from your mitochondria already.
And doesn't it? Ain't it a nootropic? It gives you like neurological benefits, think clear.
Yeah, it can help your synapses in your brain fire a little faster because it's getting more of the glucose and everything. Because that's all it really is it's an energy pathway.
Why were they trying to demonize this shit?
I don't know. Well, I mean, anything that comes out that actually works, they're gonna demonize it because the pharmaceutical company didn't come out with it first.
Yeah, and they can't patent natural stuff.
Yeah. They're trying to. Hell, that's what that nicotine guy was talking about.
Yeah, Brian Artis.
That's why they're trying to ban it. Well, it already happened in how many countries did you say? 60-something countries?
UK, Australia.
Yeah, and like a bunch of like Middle Eastern, like European countries have already banned the sale of nicotine-containing products because the pharmaceutical companies want to synthesize their own nicotine, call it something else, and put it in a pill and give that to people.
And just to sell it and make money.
Just to sell it and make money.
Well, they're gonna be shit out of luck when I start growing fucking tobacco leaves.
Remember whenever they tried to ban
Newports?
Newports?
It's actually not illegal, I don't think, to grow your own tobacco, as long as you're not selling it.
Yeah.
I think you can grow your own tobacco.
All right, let me find some tobacco leaves for sale.
They try to ban like remember like flavored vapes, all that stuff, and it's just still just all around.
Well, they find loopholes. That's a big thing with the cannabis industry right now, like the hemp stuff, the Delta 8 and the Delta 10s and all that. There was, that wasn't supposed to be legalized, but it was a loophole as part of the 2018 Farm Bill. And now Congress just passed it. I was just reading the headline on it this morning. They are banning all of that stuff because now China is the leading producer of all of these THC containing vapes and cartridges and gummies and all, and they're shipping them over here with the worst possible strains, the worst possible cannabinoids that cause memory loss, that cause grogginess, that cause inhibition. You don't have any drive because you wake up the next day and you just so they're being intentionally poisoning us through a loophole in one of our own laws, in one of our own industries. China's been poisoning the people that enjoy those. THCP, THCA, HHC, Delta 10, Delta 8, all primarily produced in China now. It originally was grown and made in the U.S., produced in the U.S., and then now it's like every gas station you go into, there's thousands of these little vapes and stuff, and it's like, only China has the manufacturing capacity to do that fast.
The rest of the world must just look at us and just go, that is the craziest experiment of all time, dude. Those people will they could just beast through anything.
Yeah. It's nuts. I mean, resilience is key, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're so caught up in our own ways of running this little experiment that we let other things slide through the cracks, like getting shipped poison from other countries and letting all these drugs come through. And then the fact that people are demonizing Trump right now for, granted, I know why. I don't support him either.
Jeffrey Epstein.
One thing that I will support is he's bombing these doggone drug boats out in the middle of the ocean.
Dude, if he gets rid of income tax, crown him.
He's been bombing all these drug boats and trying to stop these drugs from getting in here. And people are like, you need to stop doing this.
For real.
Stop doing this.
If he gets rid of income tax, beast.
That would be
legend.
That would be huge. But he's not going to do it.
He has to.
He's not going to. They're not going to let him. They're not going to let him. Are you kidding?
They are already trying to impeach him.
They've been trying to impeach him since he even ran for president.
It's
they
a
wanted
big fucking show, dude.
It's just theater. Why was
Where are the Epstein files?
I didn't read anything into it. I just seen the little picture in the headline, and I just went, "Oh my god!" Why was Sylvester Stallone being awarded in the White House? I
don't know.
And like 5 other people. It's like,
I have not paid attention to it.
This is just the Hunger Games.
Last thing I paid attention to
volunteers tribute.
was they got the bill passed and he signed it for the release of the Epstein files. And I just went, okay, I'm not paying attention again until I get this shit on my phone.
It's a good way to do it, I guess.
Because it was like, well, you got 30 days, and all of a sudden it's a national security issue. I bet they didn't exist 6 months ago. They didn't exist.
Keep beating that horse.
They didn't exist 6 months ago. Remember they were telling us. Now all of a sudden is a national security issue if we release all the stuff. That's like literally. Do they think we're fucking retarded?
They're going to throw an excuse at the wall and see if it sticks. The problem is,
Me and you have
Is it
talked
good?
about this since the start of the cast, since we started this cast probably almost a year ago now, about this is the one thing that out of all the stuff, usually everything comes, goes. This is the one thing that
that
has
has
just
stuck
went,
it out
hold on.
and been looming over their heads. And they are trying so hard to just throw an excuse out the wall and see if it sticks. But we're standing there with a sponge scraping the excuses off the wall saying, tell us.
Wasn't it like 469 to 1 too? Who's the one guy that was like, nah?
The one guy's probably at the top of the list.
Did you see the clip of that dude from Harvard, the professor? His emails leaked, and he had to talk to his whole class. He was trying to talk to Epstein over email about like, oh, he's married, he's been in Harvard, he's worked for multiple presidents, and all of his emails were like, he was trying to talk about to Epstein about like, oh yeah, I'm trying to like get with like some of my students and all this stuff. He's like, do you have any advice for me? And all that stuff. And this dude had to go in front of his whole class at Harvard and be like, look, I know you've probably seen the emails and all this stuff,
Wow.
but can we just ignore that and just focus on the class?
No.
I'll show you the clip.
How did I get fired?
Because he's part of the group. Harvard, I mean, I'm sure they're part of Skull and Bones. You know, like how Yale is Skull and Bones, all that stuff. You don't get in trouble if
That
you're
is
part of.
ridiculous.
You don't get in trouble if you're a part of that group. That's the only. For some reason, whenever you're connected with Epstein, you somehow just don't ever get in trouble for it. If you notice, or you just,
Yeah.
and if you keep asking questions,
Recurring theme here.
if you keep asking questions, somehow you just wind up just dead
Yeah.
from a suicide.
What? Who was that guy I seen the other day? It was a older newscaster, kind of a heavy set guy. He started asking questions about what was it? Secret number 322 or 622 or something. What was that? I don't remember. Probably not important enough. But he was an old guy, and he would have like a bunch of famous people on the news thing, and he'd ask him questions like, "Okay, so what secrets can you tell me?" Like secret number 622, and they would go, like I wish there were secrets, but and he just died, just killed over and died. It's like, what was he asking about? It was like a montage of clips and stuff. That's it's probably AI generated.
God.
It's just like you start asking questions, genuine questions.
The whole thing about like the Clinton body count too is hilarious. It's like, do you know like 70 people that committed suicide? Because they do somehow. True. It's a true fact. They know like 70 people that have been closely connected with them that have all committed suicide.
Committed suicide or died in freak accidents.
Who killed the chef, Obama's chef?
Michael.
Possibility.
Jealousy. It was a heated crime. What do they call it? Crime of passion.
And they just covered it up. Rogan had that thing about like, oh, they won't release the 911 calls about it because you just hear demon noises in the back, like. God,
that would be awful. I tell you what sucks though. I heard that MTG stepping down.
I know, what the fuck. Her whole thing was like, this whole thing, I've done all I could. This whole thing is just fucked.
It's rigged.
It's like nobody. She's like, nobody's even trying to fix anything. Everybody's just trying to like make their own money for themselves. She's like, I'm done. This is like literally, we're just gonna have to basically 1776 this shit.
Stepped down completely because she couldn't get anything done. And I was like, damn, that sucks. It's been like one of those little shining beacons out that way.
Thomas Massey's still just 10 toes down out there.
Yeah.
He's the one that fucking pushed that Epstein shit through.
We ain't gonna get it. He'll be the next one to step down.
Dude, it's so crazy.
Or drown in a fountain.
How he was just involved. Our president.
Yeah.
That is such shambles.
He ain't the only one, neither.
Yeah.
Obviously, he ain't the only one. Otherwise,
Got Bill, that dude from Harvard that had to talk to his whole class.
I wonder what's the first. If you were to go down the list from current president and down, where are you going to find the first president that wasn't involved in something like this? Where's the first one?
George, no, he was involved. I sent you this because we haven't even talked about that on the cast. The first ever third party of the United States of America, because they realized already from the beginning that both parties were a part of the same group. Remember that the first ever third party was the anti-Freemason party, because the Freemasons were running both parties, the Whig and the Republican. Remember, it used to be called the Democratic Republican Party, and then all they did was just split it, and now they're back to one.
Well, they call it the illusion of choice or illusion of competition, or something like that.
And that's was the first ever third party in the United States, the anti-Masonry party. That just blew my fucking mind whenever I seen that shit. And they just disappeared eventually. No, I don't think they disappeared. I think they ended up getting taken over by the Freemasons.
Well, it's just crazy now. It's like, you've got independent. You've got independent.
Yeah.
And they've already laid the groundwork for the stigma of, you don't vote independent. You're just going to waste your vote. That might be the only doggone candidates out there worth voting for.
Yeah.
Is the independent candidates that you don't ever see on the big screen. You don't ever see them, but they're running. They've had a campaign. They're going around locally, renting out little centers and stuff to speak to the locals. Those may be the only ones worth voting for, but there's a stigma with it. Oh, don't vote independent. You're just going to waste your vote.
It's like the thing we've been talking about. Like, the next election will be the lowest vote count, I think, ever.
I know. I'm so looking forward to seeing it. We got, what, a year?
No.
2 years?
28.
Yeah, 2 years. November of 28, I guess.
I wonder how they're going to do the next one. Because I think this shit's kind of imploded at this point.
Yeah, I know.
How are they going to get people?
And we thought that this past election was going to be the most entertaining, like, big groundbreaking. No, it's going to be the one after this because of all the stuff that's come out since this one.
They're not getting me at all on the next one. I'm just going to be an outsider watching, just seeing what all their tricks are.
I don't think I'll vote in the next one. Not an interest of mine.
All these, it will be interesting to see like how they get people though.
And
really go for it.
And you'll have to look into, another one to consider is how many kids, I say kids, how many teenagers are going to come of voting age by the time the next one gets here.
And just not vote.
And then either not vote or, strew one side out the freaking window.
Or they could just go, dude, it's all bullshit. Like, we're not voting.
I don't really know the atmosphere of, I guess, 17, 18-year-olds right now.
Brain rot. I don't even think they pay attention to it no more.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's a double-edged sword, though. Because
my brain rot is video games and fucking lava lamps.
If you don't pay attention to it.
It seems like all they do is just start new wars and tell everybody to just shut up and give us your tax money so we can just start new wars over and over and over again. What was the Eisenhower? Dude, that classic Eisenhower quote. Be wary of the military-industrial complex. And lo and behold, he was right.
You know what my brain rot is? Video games and fucking lava lamps. I've been sitting here for the past 30 minutes just staring at this fucking lava lamp.
It's a nice little addition, man. I love that thing.
Yeah, I'm literally just, while y'all have been talking back and forth, I've just been sitting here staring at that lava lamp, just watching it and just shifting my brain into neutral and just...
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that I kind of worry about, though, is, if you don't pay attention to it, well, then you have no drive to fix anything about it. And then they just get to keep running amok and doing what they've been doing.
I'm pretty sure it can be fixed, like MTG said. Because all they're going to do is just keep just blowing shit up and killing people.
Is it the choice of fighting to fix it, or the choice to give it up and let them keep doing it? You know, which ones?
I don't even think there's anything we can do, because it's like, oh, this dude was like, oh, I'll stop the Ukraine war, I'll stop the Middle East shit immediately, and then here we are a year and a half later, that shit's still fucking going
on, getting worse. The ceasefire's already over.
Yeah,
over in what's it, Hezbollah, Gaza, and all that stuff. Ceasefire's over, they're back at it again.
So I like that whole Putin quote years ago where he was just like, dude, I've met like 10 presidents, dudes with black suits come in and they say, you do this.
This is how it's actually going to go.
Yeah, he's like, it doesn't matter left or right. It's all just a big fucking show.
I wonder if that's part of the reason as to why he won't step down over there. Is because he doesn't want that going on in his country.
Well, he is. I just think he is like the dudes in the black suits, except for he's just the one that's just like this is what it is, and like this is how it's going to work. We don't do like the whole like game show type ordeal that America does.
Yeah. Well, nobody else does. Astoundingly weird. Well, the UK is probably pretty good at it.
In Europe.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, it's all theater.
And the Mexico election was crazy. I think that was just bullets flying everywhere, and until they finally got like the one that survived, that the cartel wanted. Because wasn't it during the Mexican presidential election? It was like 29 candidates died and got killed.
Yeah,
oh my god!
There's like 33 running, and 29 of them died, and one or two of them left the damn country.
Yeah.
And then the one that they wanted, well, they're all sponsored by the cartels. Every one of them. So that's part of your cartel, the head of your public figure. So the cartels will take out the public figure like a chess game until the most powerful cartel can get their guy in there. And I think this one was the Sinaloa.
Oh my god.
That's who their president is now. She's owned, I think it's a she, isn't it now?
Yeah, she's Jewish.
She's owned by the Sinaloa.
It's a
China's just a pure ass dictatorship.
Making paper mache buildings and poisoning Americans with fentanyl.
Yeah. Remember whenever they were welding people into their fucking apartments during COVID?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I seen Joe Rogan's video the other day about that the museum of like human anatomy or whatever over in China.
Yeah.
And it was like, for these people to be made like this, you have to get to that body within 24 hours. And then for a body to be claimed missing or unowned in China, it has to go 33 days. It's like Chinese government's just killing people, and then plastification or something. That's showing their muscle fibers and stuff, making them do weird stances. That's just people they've killed and made as trophies and put them in a museum.
Oh my god! Like that one dude, Jack Ma. He fucking tried to rise up against them, and he just disappeared for like 60 days. They were just tearing layers out of his asshole, dude. Is what they were doing. They were going, oh,
yep.
Just disappeared him.
I get why every country that has a little bit of a big stick has a problem with the United States. But they don't really have a problem with the people. They have a problem with the government.
Yeah.
And what the United States will not let get out of the United States is that we have a problem with the government too.
Yeah.
But it's like nobody else on the world knows that.
Yes, they do.
I highly, highly doubt it. The way that the internet is controlled in every other country except this one, you're only allowed to see the things that we want you to see. So we're going to show you the dumbest people in America, because that's what TikTok was originally made for, was to show off how stupid Americans can be. Because the Chinese version of TikTok in China,
I know,
it's all about the learning and the honor and being a good kid and going to school and all. And then over here, it's like, we're going to show off, make the dumbest people alive famous. That way, the whole world can look at the United States and say, this is the kind of people they have over there?
We good? Because I have to go soon.
Okay. Yeah, we're good.
1:20.
It's fine. I'll make some lunch for the youngins and we'll get out of here.
Yeet.
Yeet. All right.
Mm-hmm.